Good evening and greetings, denizens of the Vermont Stretch. Welcome to what is to be the last episode of our lovely little show. Vermont Stretch Radio has endeavoured to bring you the news you need to know to survive in our convoluted mess of a world of Cape dynamics and pathetic attempts at rebuilding after what should have been the end of the world. I am your host, Pleasant Sort, a nice guy despite all efforts to move past that sort of thing. I must regret to inform you of the abrupt cancellation of our show. Ms. Eleanora James will likely have something to say about this, or be able to inform you for the reasons behind our creative differences at some point after she recovers from her impromptu tracheotomy. That's a tracheotomy that I myself have administered following an attempt by me to remove her trachea by means of a sharpened machete. I have since calmed down and have decided that the best course of action is to remove myself from the rather stressful position of commenting on the events in Earth Gimmel's megacity in favour of a new job as a hunter-gatherer-killer in the wastes of Earth Bait, administering what could be generously called a modest proposal of sorts to the solution that is the long-term housing problem of the refugees of Earth Bait. Rest assured, listeners, that I will limit myself to preying upon the weak and the dying so as not to cause any meaningful impact on the casualty rates among the collection of derelict survivors that everyone already seems to be ignoring for the most part. I like to think that we've had a good long run, listeners. It's been a fair while, and while I have adored the chance to speak my mind on the many issues that trouble it, and upon the world in which we live, while I have adored the chance to play with my voice, and the attention that comes with a few dedicated listeners, this has been a decision that has been a long time coming, one that I have been contemplating for some time. I have not felt wholly comfortable with the government of Earth Gimmel's tyrannical grip on our news media and what they choose to depict of the goings-on, which is a bit of a shame when I am intending to leave our news media. While it does feel like I am abandoning you to the merciless idiots in charge of the reportings of the goings-on of our precious megacity, I don't want to make myself suffer through forced civility for your sake any longer. Eleanor James will likely live. Those of you who are possibly worried about her, I dare say she probably shan't forgive me, but that's to be understood, what with the way I've stabbed her in the front like this. She was a fine assistant and a finer friend. She just put her trust in the wrong person, I'm afraid. I am the wrong person. I am uncivilized. I am unhuman. Even in a world that seemingly tolerates and condones literally everything I've ever done, mere minutes after they were okay with hunting and killing me. It's a bit of an annoying contradiction. If you ever get around to listening to this, Ms. James, I killed your mother. I may have played a bit of a part in the killing of your father. It was my idea at the time. Totally my fault, really, but... And of course, if I hadn't had that pen you gave me for my rebirthday, though, I might have just killed you. So I hope that you have a great life, Ms. James. And if you don't, I hope that you make a few other people's lives a bit better. And if you don't, I hope you make a few other people's lives more exciting and considerably briefer. Anyways, this is Pleasant Sort signing off. And if you hear my voice again, it's probably not going to bode well for you, I'm afraid. Death to the Wardens, down with Cauldron, and Avita Killington. Good night. And this is why we get help for this sort of thing.